forgiveness is fundamental. If I'm wrong, then call the angels of punishment upon me. But if I'm right, then do what I say. I know you think I must be crazy and some kind of fool to keep talking to the Muslims this way, but I'm not. The reason why I keep doing it is because I really don't want them going to hell. In order to take back the land they have gained in the world, I need to keep doing what I'm doing. Beating around the bush is not the way to get them to see the Lord for who He really is. If I let them think that God considers this concept that we are only His servants is somehow equal with the truth that we are His children, I would not be showing love to them, because their opportunity to get into heaven would be destroyed by them living a lie. Believing this will allow you to go to the third heaven when you die. Well, actually, the third concept of heaven. The first concept was based on the belief that we get into heaven by being the obedient servants of God. The second concept was that we get there by being adopted. And now the final and true version of heaven is that it is a place only for those that are begotten by God. There is a river of anti-Catholic and anti-Jewish literature out there that is being spewed straight from the mouth of Satan. When you say something against his church and people, you are speaking for Satan. The true believers of Jesus Christ on this earth need to come together and help put a stop to it and send it back to hell where it came from. This book may be a little ahead of its time. It may take 1,000 years for most of you to fully appreciate what is written. I expect some of Muhammad's followers will say I'm not a holy man, and will try to get everyone to see me as someone who is nothing but a drunk and cursed by God because of what the Quran says. However, I'm hoping that the Jews and the Christians will take it upon themselves to show them that I really am righteous and under the shadow of the Almighty, even if it means they have to look the other way as far as my drinking is concerned. If you lie about the truth and say you are not fathered by God, then the truth is you are fathered by Satan. The first letter used in the Bible was the Hebrew letter Bet, to show us that the Bible was written to build the house of God. Before Jesus came, people would read the law and the prophets, the Old Testament, and tell others that the Messiah is coming with the kingdom. And if we wanted to be part of it, then we needed to remain sinless. After Jesus came, people have preached the good news that even though we may be powerless to overcome all sin, it is through faith in Jesus that everyone can obtain mercy. And it is through His cleansing power that we are allowed into the kingdom of God. I reveal the lawless one when I reveal that you are living a lie if you believe that you are in charge of your own life, thinking that it has been your free will and your efforts that determine whether or not you go to heaven is not only delusional, but it is holding you back from being what you should be, which is a child of God. who is completely dependent upon Jesus for salvation. However, it was God who allowed you to be delusional because he knew it was the only way to get you to see that you really are condemned and that you need Jesus to keep you from perishing. When you think that you have some kind of secret power within yourself to overcome evil, you really are wicked, because thinking you possess the willpower to refrain from sinning can eventually lead you to delight in yourself, which will cause you to become your own God who worships himself. You need to quit rebelling against God's plan of salvation. Stop being self-righteous for a while and just admit the truth that you really are powerless over sin. Stepping out of the way and letting Christ do what he does best is the only way to let the real you shine forth. The more you admit that you are powerless over sin and that you need the salvation that Jesus offers, the more power you receive to overcome sin. Those of you who have been led by the blind leading the blind, can expect the light to hurt your eyes when you first encounter it. Don't let the fact that you still have some sin in your life keep you from preaching, because if we all did that, there would never be any preaching. God created heaven and saw that it was good, but it became corrupted. So he made the earth and saw that it was good, but it too became corrupted. The time has come to let both of them pass away so that they can be recreated. However, this time, he will command that those who wish to partake in evil be kept separate from those who wish to do his will, so that his kingdom can never become defiled again. Attempting to destroy all social order and authority doesn't necessarily make me an anarchist. God still considers me a lawkeeper, since I am only undoing all man-made rules that lead to oppression. A real Christian should continue to celebrate Christmas and Easter, even though they have been combined with paganism and secularized. As long as you know in your heart that you are celebrating the birth and resurrection of Jesus, they will remain holy days to you, no matter what the unbelievers and deceived people of the world do to them. To not celebrate them would be exactly what Satan would want you to do, and you shouldn't give him the satisfaction. In fact, you should do everything in your power to reestablish them as two of the most profound days that mankind has ever experienced. God may not have blessed me with the ability to speak all known languages, but he has blessed me with the ability to speak divine truth, which is the one that really counts. Come, Lord Jesus. Please forgive me if I'm wrong. Please let me be you if I'm right.